Hello, everybody. This is Nicholas with Tabletop Shenanigans.
And this is Matthew.
This is Felipe.
Duh new rules.
That's Alex.
New rules.
He's excited. He's excited.
rules.
He's excited. He's excited. We'll let him have it.
All right, Alex, tell us about the new rules.
Duh new rules.
Is there anything more than just the new rules?
You tell me.
I don't know the rules yet.
I don't know either. That's why I'm reading them.
There's a new. Well, someone at the table who knows what they're talking about. Let's play the new rules.
Yeah, so there's a new Gazgul model, and he's been released, and he is massive. I'm sure if you guys are here and you guys have seen or watched us last week, we talked a little bit about Gazgul and his new massive model. Well, this week we got some rules to go along with that. And it looks like Alex is reading it for the first time as he's now running around the room, prancing around the room excited.
Whoa! All right, so tell us about him.
Yeah, come on, Alex. What's going on with Sir Gazgul?
Yeah, Sir Gazgul.
You tell me.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Well, he has 12 wounds.
Yeah.
He's
5 attacks base.
strength and toughness 7. And one of the coolest things that I've seen about this Gazgul, and it's one of my favorite things, is the more he's wounded,
The more attacks
he gets. Yeah. So
Yeah.
he goes from 5 to 6 to 7 at 1 to 2 wounds, which is insane. I mean, just like generally when you see a wound bracket, it gets worse. I think his movement slows, but he gets to be a beast in combat. So if
He
you
already is a beast in combat.
well, he already is, but then he's like 7 attacks base.
Right.
It's silly.
Because he hits on a 2 up, and this claw doesn't have any negatives to hit.
No.
So he hits on 2s, almost always wounding on 2s.
Yep.
Unless you're a knight.
7 attacks at strength 14.
On his bottom bracket, his claw is going to be strength 10. So basically almost everything he's going to be wounding on too.
Yeah, his strength does go down as he takes damage, but he's still doubling strength. So he's either going to be strength 14 with 5 attacks, or in between, obviously strength 12 and 6, and then strength 10 and 7 attacks.
Well, imagine casting that one spell on him, the Might of Gork, or Might of Mark, or whatever. It's 2 extra attacks and plus 1 strength.
Can you do that though on a monster?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Hey, Alex.
Because I mean, we were talking about it in the chat. It's just like, oh, you can do this with him. Oh wait, he's a monster. You could heal him for such and such. Oh wait, he's a monster. There's a lot you can't do with him because of the keywords and everything.
Yeah, I heard that he doesn't even buff himself.
There is a Gork and a Mork.
Okay, well, Alex, explain this to what you mean.
There is. You have answered my prayers.
How so?
Because
You tell me.
We don't.
I'm just messing. I'm just messing. Okay. So they sneakily, kind of great word for this one. They gave out, Bloody Axes is actually the Orc clan that I use personally because I think they're a lot more interesting than the other cultures.
Okay.
A little bit more tactical, I think. And they just released a psychic power for them that allows you...
Pause. Is tactical even a word with orcs?
You can say that.
I mean, their tactics is just charge. Have you charged yet? Charge everything. Keep charging.
Hey, but they can get one more deep strike in. So it matters.
I'm kidding.
That is where it matters. But they have a warp charge 6, and they can choose an enemy unit, and they cannot cast Overwatch on any Orc, Bloody Axe Orc infantry, and they also fight last.
Oh, that's pretty good.
What bothers me about that spell, though, is that it doesn't seem to have a range on it.
Warp charge 6.
Yeah, like it's really cheap and it has it has unlimited range. So does that mean if you can see it, you can cast it on it?
Mm-hmm.
That seems a little bit busted.
Well, I think the whole point is they want commandos to be able to charge it. They want people to use commandos because commandos are actually Orcs' worst unit. And they're supremely overcosted for being the worst unit. I think they're thinking that if you want to run commandos in a Bloody Axis detachment, you can now freely get them into combat, get them the 1+ wound on terrain, get them their maybe with Thraka so they can get a rerolls to their hits. So not only do they get rerolls to hitting, but they also get 1+ to wound. But then also now they can't get Overwatch on them.
So, question. Besides buff spells, doesn't anything that like targets something, like anything that you do to either an enemy unit or to your own unit, any spell like that usually have a range, correct? Like anything Eldar, like what bugs me is that it doesn't have a range on it.
I think there's one spell, I can't think of it on the top of my head. There's like one spell that doesn't necessarily have a range. I think it's a chaos spell though.
That's got to be a typo though, like honestly, because everything should have a range.
If you think about it,
So what are you guys talking about?
That spell, the Bloody Axe is Clever Talk. It's Clever Talk has a warp value of 6. If manifested, select one enemy unit visible to the Psyker. Until the start of your next psychic phase, that unit cannot fire Overwatch. Add Blood Axe unit from your army and cannot be chosen to fight until all eligible Blood Axe units from your army have done so.
I guess visible.
We should wait. I mean, we don't know the exact rulings yet, so I mean, it's still pretty cool though.
The thing is that they're basically typing it as is. Like, I mean, some of the psychic... I guess, yeah, this may just be like a preview and they haven't like completely written it down, but if it's exactly like that, I think that's not cool, man. Like being able to, like, if you're able to like cast psychic spells from like 72 inches away, that's kind of stupid.
I mean, that's pretty cool to me. Orcs should be able to do that.
I mean, yeah, Orcs should be able to.
The army, yeah. So, Gaze of Mork reads, friendly character, or character. It gets +2 strength and +2 attacks. So, technically, if you cast that on Gazkul, he would have 7 base attacks as strength 9.
Mm-hmm.
So he would literally be wounding everything on 2s. And if he's your warlord,
you're even wounding Titans on 2s. That's crazy.
And then if he's your warlord, he has to take proper killing, which adds 1 to your warlord's attack characteristics.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you charge, are charged, or perform a heroic intervention, which would be every turn, you get an additional +1 AP to your weapon.
Yeah.
So AP 5.
So basically, if you charge with Gazkul as your warlord with that spell on him, he's hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s.
8 attacks base.
No save because he goes through invuln.
And 6 is explode because he's a goth.
Yeah.
God, he's actually pretty good.
No, he's a monster. And he can only take 4 wounds a turn. So once he gets a
No.
4 wounds a phase.
Well, phase. But realistically,
I mean,
4 wounds.
There are armies that could literally take him off the table in 1 turn.
Yes, Chaos.
Not Chaos.
Chaos.
I'm talking about Thousand Suns. If I send Magnus up there, I easily can do 4 wounds.
Magnus is the key word.
I can then shoot 4 wounds off of him.
Now
smite 4 wounds.
Now think about it like this:
to charge.
If you can shoot him and kill him in that phase. Thousand Suns doesn't have a lot of long range, just killing things.
They do.
I mean, they have access to all kinds of good stuff.
I mean, they have access to it, but the thing is, if you're thinking you want to kill him the first turn, if you're like, oh, Magnus needs to kill Gazgul right now, I can do it right now, and then they whiff because they got a 4 pin bomb. He whiffs once, Gazgul's gonna rip him a new one. Guarantee you.
Hey, he has
because he goes through the invuln, he's gonna get 7 attacks or 5 attacks.
He's gonna go. How does he go through the invuln? He doesn't ignore the invuln.
A 3-up invuln is pretty hard.
Yeah, 3-up invuln.
Hey,
that many
all
wounds,
takes 4 damage on the
and
spot.
A -1 to hit does help too. I mean, I don't imagine it's gonna hurt. I'm not saying it's not gonna hurt.
Gonna hurt. Gonna degrade. His degrade is worse than Gazgul's degrade. Gazgul's degrade is not bad.
No, I mean his degrade, like Magnus's degrade, doesn't degrade his ability to
It's
fight.
just his plus.
It's just his like bonuses for
to his
smiting and stuff like that. Yeah,
and that's which is good enough.
Yeah.
And then everything else in Orc, like another war boss. War bosses do as much damage as like Space Marine captains with like a Thunderhammer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
and I understand that. I'm just saying, like, it's theoretical that he could never get a turn to move or a turn to do anything.
I can see it, but I also don't think it's smart to focus Gazgul for that reason. And certain armies.
If like with Magnus, you want him there anyways. You want him because that's how Thousand Suns play. They send Magnus up the table and just let Magnus be a fire magnet.
I would never run Magnus against the possibility of 120 orcs charging me.
Man, I wish.
Actually, Magnus would be my ideal choice when I can get
He always has a super smite.
guaranteed D6 smite up to 2d6 smite. I could kill 12 orcs before I even do anything.
They literally don't care.
Yeah,
that's the whole point of orcs.
Yeah,
That's
but
like
you have
no one cares.
You have like
30 boys will bog him down
but
for a while.
I mean, Zinch's Firestorm. I mean, there's lots of things that he can do.
I think
to kill a lot of boys.
the only army.
He has a line attack too.
What?
He's a line attack as well, doesn't he? One that you measure.
No, you're thinking of Mortarion. That's his. Mortarion has the lantern.
The only army I'm actually thinking that can realistically take down orcs from, if I'm thinking of where it's still going, from right now, from all the changes right now, I think Death Guard does really well against them. Specifically,
I think Eldar would be too.
And I also think Eldar does good against
Shining
them.
Spears would be the
Shining Spears are actually a super good unit against an orc.
Yeah,
because they get up there, they
high
shoot
movement,
you.
they have a high volume of shots on threes.
And orcs hate fly keywords.
Oh yeah.
Hate fly keywords.
I think Guard will still do good against orcs. There's just so many shots. Obviously, I mean, people are talking about, big blobs, but if
Demons would be good against orcs too.
demons are
You're right. Yeah.
demons are just annoying to deal with for orcs. I mean, everybody Tyranids will still be able to fight orcs in combat.
We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah.
Gaz.
I mean, I'm not saying Gaz isn't an interesting model.
Does it say how many points he is?
No, we don't know yet.
So that's the thing.
That will make him make or break.
That's the thing, though. On the picture that we've seen on the internet, it has a power level of 14. Now, give or take a few points, one power level is about 20 points, give or take some stuff like that.
So he's more expensive.
So we're looking at about 280 points. Now, this previous model was power level of 12.
Yeah, 235.
Which was 235. So just base it off of that. You're looking at close to 280 points.
He's, as long as he's not 300 or more, he's worth his points. If you're running a playstyle around him. If you just want to put him in, I don't think it works.
Yeah, he's a really cool model for free play anyways. I love the model.
I think
I'm not saying that he's not going to hit the table. It's a beautiful model. People are going to buy him just to paint him.
No.
I
think he works really well with bloody axes, personally. And I think he works well with Evil Freaks.
Speed Freaks?
Not Speed Freaks.
No.
It's Evil Sons. No, not Evil Sons.
Make up your mind.
Just bloody axes. And
make up your mind, exactly.
And maybe freebooters, depending on what they give them.
You know what?
Depending.
I'm calling it right now. Gaskull is just a distraction.
Yeah.
They're actually going to drop the Beast, a Primorc model. It's going to be the size of a knight. And they're going to be like, what do you mean you guys didn't know about this model?
See, we waited an entire 2 months to just show you the really cool Gaskull model. You bought all of it. It's $180 to get 8 models per side. $180. It's okay that they're new models. Hail the Beast, $180.
Right?
It's okay though. You have nothing to do. Coronavirus. You have nothing to do. Buy it.
Oh gosh. Death Guard. Nurgle's on the loose again, boys.
So they've also released that box, and that box is not very good. I'm sorry.
I like it only because I only have 15 knobs. I want 100 knobs.
Knobs are actually really good.
I love knobs.
No, the orc side of the box is amazing. Mega knobs, Gaskull.
Mega knobs are over.
You go to the Space Wolf side, you're like,
it's terrible.
and cursors? Yeah. No, thank you.
They better make incursors really good in Space Wolves, otherwise.
I don't see how. It's an overpriced. They're not even good in Space Marines.
110 points for 5 of them.
It's absolutely stupid.
And my main thing is, for 110 points for 5 of them, my guns should still be AP1.
Yeah.
I get a 12-inch deny deep strike. Okay.
That sounded very depressing.
Again, how many?
Against orcs though, that's pretty good. The jump is absolutely useless if I can screen.
If you're playing that box set versus each other, orcs win 95% of the time. 95% of the time. No possible way you're killing Gaskull in one turn in that box.
It's true.
0 way. And if Gaskull hits Ragnar once, he's dead.
Yeah.
Just dead.
Okay.
They really brought this man back from the dead just to kill him again.
Let's flip it around though. I deploy on the back line and just shoot at you for 4 turns before you ever touch me.
4 wounds max.
No.
4 wounds max.
No. You're only shooting.
4 wounds max.
You're only shooting, yes.
You shoot 4 wounds. You shoot me again, another 4 wounds. I have a 4-up invuln. Good luck, right? I have a 6-up feels on pain.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Wait,
and then
that was a Philippine?
Yeah, Makari.
Yeah.
Makari is
yeah. And then
shoot Makari
if there's any way, if by any chance you ever get me to 2 wounds, which you don't want, and I live, I charge you 6 attacks. No, my bad. 8 attacks.
7, 8.
Because you get 7, and then you get 1 more because of the warlord trait.
Yeah.
8 attacks, hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s, -4, 4 damage.
So actually,
Dead.
this brings up a really good question. Okay, so you can only lose 4 wounds per phase as a Gazgul.
Gazgul?
Yeah.
What about charging phase? What if you deal 4 damage? In
That's a separate phase.
That's a separate.
But it's not.
Unless if they're counting it as the
If they count
assault
them
phase.
because
Technically it is a different phase because I can re-roll a charge, and then when we go to combat, I can re-roll an attack or wound or a save.
Oh yeah, that's a
It's
good
a
point.
separate phase.
I thought charge. I actually thought charge phase was
It's a part of the assault phase, but it's a separate phase because you
So
can
there's
you
the
can do a
problem,
reroll.
right?
So
okay.
There's
So
no problem.
technically you
How's GW gonna be like, oh, we're charging this as a separate
No, it's okay. It's okay. So you'll never hit him.
Yes, you will.
Flamers.
That's why I smiled
Oh,
and
okay.
looked at Felipe.
yeah,
Yeah, flamers.
You'll never hit him.
flame him to death. Yeah, I mean, like against Space Wolves, obviously, like playing full scale army, you can armor rust him and then just pound him with Wolfen.
With pound.
After you flamed him, after you shot him with long fangs, I mean, you definitely could take 12 wounds off him before he actually gets to swing.
That's why
It's a lot less likely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still. I'm not saying he's not going to get the combat. He's not going to chew up something.
You basically have to absolutely plan for him. He's a model that you're gonna have to plan for him.
Yeah.
you can't. You have to run him in teleporter just because of that reason. My idea for it, actually, that I've been thinking is you get a whole bunch of Scar Boys, a Storm Boy. You get a whole bunch of Storm Boys. You make them Scar Boys, and then they deep strike with Gazgul. And then you get, what's his name? Zagstruck. And so not only do you get like re-rolling Storm Boys with 5 attacks each, exploding 6s, but you also get a really good Gazgul, as well as a really good Scar, and the Scar Boys give them an extra, I think, strength. I don't remember if strength or, no, strength. No,
Yeah, our boys are
have
toughness.
T5.
Yeah.
Scar Boys have strength 5.
I don't know if you can make Storm Boys Scar Boys, or if it's just, Orc Boys.
No, I thought tough Art Boys had 5 up save.
No, our boys are 5 up save. 5 up save.
It's not
Yes.
5 up mid.
5 up save.
Whatever.
And
It's
Scar
bad.
Boys are 1 more strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can't remember if you can make that with Storm Boys or is it just
It's
Orc
infantry.
Boys?
It has to be a boy
They say
squad.
Orc infantry, which means it's just Orc.
So a
boys.
troop choice,
Yeah.
not infantry.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. It's
Either-
just boys. squad.
Either way,
Yeah.
you're still deep striking 30 boys with Gazgul.
Well, more than 30 because
They only get 15 a squad.
You mob up.
No,
Yeah, you mob up.
can't mob up. You can't do that.
I'm talking
Okay.
about the jump.
If you did jump.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You
I mean,
mob
you don't
up
have
the
to count
jump.
the jump in that
40.
phase.
Yeah.
I'm not counting the jump in this.
Yeah,
I'm
you
counting
guys.
Storm Boys separately because they have a free deep strike.
Yeah.
I'm counting all the things that have free deep strike, like Commandos, Mega Knobs, Storm Boys.
Megas don't have a free deep
Yeah,
strike.
they do.
From what? Mega Knobs have a deep strike?
Yes, teleport strike.
Ooh, it's the teleport. It's a stratagem, not free.
Yeah. They can't do
I haven't played in a while. I'll get back on that. I'll get back to you on that.
Just don't avoid this
No,
whole
Mega
podcast.
I can't even remember.
Mega Knobs don't.
Okay.
Yeah, Mega Knobs cannot.
So
Yeah.
even if you can't, you have
Teleport.
a Bloody Axe stratagem lets you deep strike Orc infantry. So you can deep strike 15 Orc knobs for 2 CP.
They're not infantry keyword though, are they?
Yeah, knobs.
Oh, yeah.
Knobs do. So you can deep strike 15 Orc knobs for 2 CP, deep strike Gazgul for 2 CP, get a whole bunch of Storm Boys free, and then Zagstruck.
I mean, the army is really fast, right? No one's doubting that orcs are really fast. I think the main titular problem with orcs is that even though they have so many attacks, like I just feel like against some stuff it doesn't really matter.
Well, that's the point. Like, they're so versatile. Like I said before, I think orcs are the perfect army in every scenario. They can go against any army and do well,
Right.
if they had
Yeah.
better HQs.
That being said, they are also they were one of the top armies at LVO. They literally won 5-0.
They have an answer for everything.
Yeah, they have an answer for everything. Absolutely.
Eldar Flyer, take over the majority of the board.
Here we go, and Daka 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 makes them so good.
Well,
Yeah.
the main reason why they're so good is that shock attack gun orc boy.
Shock attack gun. Yeah.
Yeah, that gun is ridiculous.
Yeah,
It can take down 2 knights on its one shock attack gun.
It can technically shoot 3 times. So
Right.
if you got god rolls, you could kill 3
If
knights.
you're the luckiest blue git, you will literally kill every single list with that.
on
list.
average,
One model,
Yeah, one model will destroy your entire list.
Right. On average, though, you're killing 1.5 knights per turn for one of them.
No, right.
And then the other 2 can.
I wouldn't say on average. I would
Tank buses are really good.
say you still
Okay.
have to roll pretty because
Okay.
it only really is killing knights when you get the 11 or 12 for the strength and it's doing mortal wound output.
Okay, if we're gonna be honest, if you're talking about luck, and we're going only on luck, Orks is the best luck army.
Oh, 100%.
100%.
Because if you have the luck to roll
You win.
all them 6s,
You win.
Oh, yeah.
you win the game.
Right, you-
So here's
auto win.
here's also another thing, though. You have to understand that the souped up shock attack gun is 3d6 shots. That's
No,
ridiculous.
it's not.
No, it's
Still
2d6. It's 2d6.
Yeah,
2d6 shots.
And it's 2d6
With the
on
relic. That's
on-
2d6
You're
with the
rolling
relic.
2d6 on the strength. So on average, your strength's 7. And you're
Right.
hitting on 5s and 6s.
Which is still
against,
good.
Against knights.
Still good.
But I'm saying against knights with a 4-up invuln because they rotated, you're not on average going to kill a knight with that gun.
Now-
really, when you're getting the big, like, oh, I just blew up a knight, is when you roll an 11 or a 12 on the strength. And then all of a sudden, you're doing mortal wound output to it
Yeah,
with the 2d6 shots.
you randomly roll 11 or 12, and you're like, oh, now I win.
Yeah.
And then you command point re-roll the amount of shots of probably or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, that's when you re-roll the number of shots to get it,
And then
you try again,
and you just
then
keep
you
going.
try again.
And you just eventually you're gonna get mortal wounds,
Yeah.
and you're gonna kill a knight in one turn.
Effectively, like if you plan your CP out and you plan it around that model, you really can just go crazy.
Honestly, yeah.
And 2 turns shoot 6 times. I mean,
Yeah,
with one gun that is massive amounts of damage
And it's
when
like
it goes off.
only 100 points.
Yeah, he's not expensive.
It's
at all.
dirt cheap. Now you do have to worry about his placement because if I see that and I have a
That's why-
assassin waiting in the wings, I'm definitely taking the Vindicare and I'm definitely just going to pop this.
That's
guy.
why you have grot shields.
Yeah. In the
Yeah.
it was
And he's fine.
Yeah, but then that's what I want. I want you to burn CP so you're not taking 6
I
shots.
don't care. I'll burn a CP to save my guy, and your Vindicare says do nothing.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
I got multiple turns. I can shoot twice with my Vindicare.
Same phase,
Whoop de
though.
do.
I still got shield it.
You're right.
Sorry, Matt. You've been thwarted once again.
No, it's okay.
Take that, Imperium. Lose to Xenos.
I could turn, but
30 grots,
I'm
90
guard.
points.
I'm guard, right? And I have my guy, my little Vindicare. So
Okay.
turn 1,
I'm not afraid of the dark.
I wyvern and mortar all of your grots off the table.
Oh, that's 90 points.
That's okay, but then I snipe your tank.
I have a whole bunch of boys. It's all good.
No, you
grot
can't.
shield with boys. That has to be grots.
No, it's just they're all grots. They're all grots.
You're over there like scratching out boys.
No.
Right?
You didn't keep this in mind. The blue gits, they never fail their saves.
Oh.
They always win. You're gonna be they're so lucky you'll never get them with the
Can you
Vindicare
grot
system.
shield the plane?
Yeah, there are grots in there. Did you not see that? Okay, so in the new rules, there's a stratagem that just says your vehicle, your plane, just immediately suffers
Crash and burn.
or immediately goes to 0 wounds and then automatically crash and burns.
that's beautiful.
So you have a plane flying around and you just like bring it around the corner, shoot up something. They shoot it down to like
It's
3.
it's movement.
They shoot it down to 3 wounds. And at the end of your movement phase, next turn, you're just like, oh, okay, it's gonna blow up.
you could have done that to just like make him mad in our last game.
Our last game, I could have just destroyed him with a crash and burn.
That's what I'm saying. You have like
A plane on like 2 wounds.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have a plane on 2 wounds, and you're like, you know what? I could try to shoot at something, or I can just go. Everything's taken defense.
Hey, what? It's like 150 points.
148 points for devastation.
Devastation.
Those things rip through everything. Daka jets are disgusting.
And they're amazing. So you get 2 good turns out of it. They pop it, and then you're like, this one's gonna blow up. And do
Just
more
imagine if
damage
they're
than
bad moves. Reroll 1s on those 4s. Oh no, it'd be over.
Exploding on 5?
What's the one that gives you rerolls? The one that lets you reroll one dice?
Bad Moons.
Bad Moons?
Oh no,
Bad
reroll
Moons.
one is Death Skulls.
That's
which is
where
the
you get a
blue.
reroll 1.
That's why people run Death Skulls with the shock attack gun. That's where they get all that stuff.
Right,
And then they make the roller with the 4 up invuln.
It's one hit, one
hit, 1 damage, and I believe
2 wound.
Yeah, 1 hit, 1 wound, 1 damage.
Yeah.
It's just like you're playing
Every other
salamanders.
Yeah, every other army with that.
Sorry, what?
ability.
What's that? Salamanders?
I almost said a word.
Borkan. Not Borkan. What's the other one?
Pirate Boys.
What is it? It's not Borkan. It's Sayasept or something like that.
Which one are you talking about?
Tau.
What's a town?
Oh,
It's something.
Sayed Tat or
Yeah,
something
whatever
like
it
that.
is.
Whatever.
Yeah, you guys know what we're talking about.
Fishy boys.
Yeah.
What he said.
Yeah.
They're all fishy boys. What do you mean?
That's
Yeah.
offensive to me.
That's offensive to you?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad, buddy. Seems rough.
We're going to the fair.
I love it. Gosh, Orks is such a goofy army. I love it.
Orcs.
I love it how you can have like the most fun or an incredibly competitive list with Orks.
Then RNG can just screw you over.
Literally, like, you can have the funniest orc list, and you can beat competitive lists through straight luck. Straight luck. I guarantee you, I can make a 12-inch charge. I've made so many 12-inch charges off of pure luck, just because I could, and won games off of it. On a really bad list, just for fun.
Nah.
Yeah.
Can you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
If a war boss charges any of your characters, it usually kills your character.
All right, so I got a question actually for Nick.
What's that?
So, Maddie, I know how you deal with the Orcs whenever you go up against them, just because as guard, you just have shots. 1,000,000 shots.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, Admech, besides the DACA bots, you don't have that many units that have 1,000,000 shots.
Why would I need more?
Because they have 1,000,000 troops.
So it
How do you
depends.
deal with drug or with not with
Six
drugs, with
robots.
Orcs?
6 robots?
No,
Yeah.
those robots destroy orcs, and I'll admit it. AdMech destroys orcs, and I'll
Because
07.
because even the Rangers kill orcs.
Yeah.
So 5-man. So on my squad, my list has 30 Rangers, and I usually advance them every turn just so I can't get deep strength on. But a squad of 5 Rangers can now put 10 shots, and they're strength 4.
Yeah.
So they're hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s. So my 30 Rangers can usually take out at least a blob of 30. Then my DACA bots, I run 4. I always run 4. Those DACA bots, two DACA bots can take out a squad of 30 boys.
Each squad of DACA bots takes out 30 boys. And then if you kill 2 groups of 30 boys in a turn, and you don't let them green tide, and then you only got like another 30 in the back, and it's getting shot off the board. And then you got another group of 30 that's getting shot off the board, then you really don't know which one to green tide. And you can't do that at a certain time because maybe you want to deep strike this one and maybe you want to jump this one, but you can't do that now because the one that you could jump was the one that's dying or already dead because he knows that. He's like, oh, the one beside the Psyker has to jump. I just killed that one. Now I can't jump it.
And usually, Orc Suckers don't live very long.
Yeah, they just explode and then they
Because
die.
I carry my list also has 6 snipers.
Yeah.
And strength 7, AP 1, AP 2 damage or D3 damage flat.
Yeah, no, Orc Psychers are always one of the first units to go, honestly.
If I don't die from my from his snipers, I die from my mortal wounds.
And then even like Vanguard have 3 shots.
3
per
shots
model.
apiece is ridiculous.
And they're only strength 3. But if all he has to do is move 1 squad close to you, and then you get toughness -1, so then they're winning you on 4s anyway. And then the Rangers are winning you on 3s.
So I genuinely mean this not as a negative. I actually am curious. Can you even viably run AdMech without DACA bots?
Yes.
100%.
Yeah, 100%. The list changes dramatically, and it goes from an offensive list, which my list is, to a defensive list. You basically just bring Vanguard and the new Dune Crawlers, the new Dune Riders, and then you bring just squads of 20 Fulgurites, which beat face. Because they're a model, they're like toughness 3 with a 5-up invuln and a 5-up feel no pain. But if they kill a squad of something, they have a 3-up invuln, 5-up feel no pain. Strength 7 attacks.
for the rest of the game.
Yeah, for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you just have to kill 1 unit, and you get a 3-up invuln for the rest of the game. It's pretty insane.
Wait, what gets this?
It's the Fulgurite. I used to run
the Electro Priest.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like a melee unit.
Oh yeah, those
And
guys.
Generally, people bring them in.
It's like one of his 2 melee units.
People.
I have a lot of melee.
Yeah, there's actually quite a bit of melee.
I thought it was just the chicken walkers and then the electro
chickens,
priests.
you have the
I know that the chickens
creatures?
have like 2 or 3 different.
Runestalkers.
Yeah, I have the Rustwalkers. The
Dakabots can be brought as a melee option as well.
all
They're
my
actually
shooting
pretty heavy.
options have melee options.
Yeah.
And there is a very, very good viable AdMech list out there that has 34 breachers. Because each breacher is 20 points or 30 points for like 5 wounds. 3 or 5 wounds. 5 up save, 5 up invuln. And it's just ridiculous. But the problem with that is you can't... The problem with AdMech is everything is very expensive. One Dakabot's 150 points. Or sorry... 110 points, 120 if you're shooting. Yeah. So that's
No, that's cheap. That's not that expensive for what it does.
But that's just one of them.
Okay.
6 of them, yeah.
That's
that would
okay
be-
though, because if everything else is cheaper compared to that, like that may be the expensive part of your army, but that doesn't matter if
That's not
everything
the
else is
expensive
cheaper.
Yeah, that's not.
9
like-
Cavern Destroyers is 400 points.
But you don't have to.
I run 9.
You have to.
You don't have to.
That's
Yes.
literally that's like
You don't have.
Have you
that's
seen my
the
list?
bread.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I fought against every single AdMech I fought against has anything, I just lose.
So the robots
didn't seem like
are
it mattered.
like annoying, but the robots aren't as bad as these plasma guns that do
Okay,
damage 3.
fair,
and
fair.
and you can just keep bringing them back and healing them.
Fair,
So
okay, fair.
the main threat of the robots, I don't know why everyone's so scared of Cavern Castle and robots.
It's a strategy.
Once they lock into place, you just literally have to touch them, and then they're done for the game.
I've killed so many guard just because they shoot at the robots, and I just peek back more wounds.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, I honestly think that's so toxic. I'm like, oh, this is.
Especially like if I'm playing guard and I'm going against a destroyer, or he has the robots and he turn one robots, he locks them into place. All I have to do is keep all of my tanks and artillery outside of your 36-inch range. Stay at 37 inches and blast everything off the table from 37 inches. I just leave them alone
As guard.
as guard.
But the thing is, I'm obviously.
I'm not playing guard.
Okay,
so
what are you playing?
anything but guard that cannot do that at all.
You're
So,
talking about playing Dark Eldar. Dark Eldar have plenty
No.
of good range weapons.
no,
They don't have
What?
that many.
No.
they don't.
not nearly enough to
Raiders
justify staying outside of 36 inches.
I thought Radar's disintegrators
They're
like 48.
super-
They are, but
glass
they're
cannons.
the only options. Everything else in your
Dark
army
Lances?
is 24 inches. Dark Lances are the 48.
Dark Lances.
Dark Lances are long range.
Yeah.
And
But-
then the light bulb clicked.
Yeah.
See,
But even you have Venoms. All you have to do is move out of line of sight.
But that's
Venoms are so fast.
move at a line of sight.
Yeah.
But that's assuming
If you have 6, it's kind of hard.
They're so small. Like the Venom is tiny.
No. You have
tiny
6.
mon.
You have 6 of those boys out there lockdown mode. I'm pretty sure one of them is going to see it and kill in one turn. If they're really trying hard enough. The thing is, it just depends, like on the situation. Most maps,
If
AdMech usually has an advantage on in all the armies that I play.
So and this is just an if, a hypothetical, if he takes a turn and takes his Cataphront Destroyer and shoots at your Venom, you've won.
Right.
you won that round because he just wasted.
It depends on what list I'm running.
Yeah.
The list that I,
yeah.
in general, if I was running a cheese Dark Eldar list, I cannot beat AdMech. I would need to specifically run.
My list is very beatable. I'm just very.
It's beatable.
It's all about, again, my game is always about unit placement.
The robots are vehicles, right?
Well,
Yes.
yeah. So
Haywire. Stop. Done.
Why?
duh. No, obviously, yeah, sure. If I run 9 Taloses, I don't have 9.
What's the
Taloses.
AP
I
on the
have
Haywire?
No, you don't. I mean, you can bring
What's the AP on Haywire?
Scourges. They can bring Haywire blasters.
You run Taloses.
the same thing.
No, you want Taloses.
Scourges can deep strike
comparatively, you want Taloses.
Yeah.
Because you get a 4 invuln with them.
I mean, Incubi are good. They
They get Drazar, same thing.
Even without them, they can deep strike into range. All you have to do is reach out and touch a robot, and they're done for the turn, or they're done for the game. Essentially.
Assuming you get there.
Well, I mean, my new list, I don't force them anymore. I usually stay turn one. I stay in the protocol and just shoot half the shots. And then, because if I manually change it with a
They're locked.
Dynasmith, they don't lock down.
Yeah.
Because what?
No, you're right. Yeah, if at the end of turn 1 you start the override.
Right. Well, so it depends. Right. I'm never going to override them against certain opponents.
Yeah.
Because I have a Dasmith. It's there for a reason. But sometimes it seems like back at least last season, it just seemed like there was a lot more melee heavy lists. There was a lot of Custodes. There was a lot of at the beginning of the season, it was a lot of Blood Angels. And I even saw a lot of
Blood Angel Smash Captains.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Miss you. CP farming. We miss you.
But yeah, it's just like most armies last season were more up close, uprange armies. So I could benefit from. All right, boys, let's lock and load. Let's lock ourselves down.
You mean castle up?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I do castle up sometimes.
Okay. Storm. Take that line right there. Storm, I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Phoenix.
Just cut him from the whole
I will destroy your bloodline.
Just do what
You heard
just
that.
Do what. Just
He
do
just
what.
admitted it. No, he just admitted it. Don't. He just admitted it. Nick?
What do you mean?
Yeah, I castle up sometimes. That's
Okay.
fine. It's fine to admit that sometimes that's a good
No,
strategy.
Screen better.
Absolutely.
Screen better.
Yeah, right. Yeah, screen better.
You do have to screen better. You have to now screen better for Thraka.
I don't need a screen for Thraka. Thraka is not a threat. I would just.
Now.
I honestly don't. I competitively don't see him like.
I don't think so either.
ITC.
I think he should have been damage 5 with the claw and not damage 4.
What?
Damage 5.
With the claw.
No.
I think it should be.
Look how big that claw is!
No. You're talking about like knights.
Boy.
Knights are the only things that are doing like
My
6
Space
damage.
Marine armor hand, I got a 3 damage sword. Looks like giant Ghazghkull claw.
4 damage.
4 damage.
We're talking about the sword of the Emperor. Just
3 damage sword of the Emperor that's literally a psychic weapon. A psychic weapon.
Yeah, dude.
Psychic weapon. Gilliman is not a psyker. Therefore, the weapon itself is just flat 3 damage. Not if he was a psyker, it'd probably do 18 damage. Guaranteed.
18 damage guaranteed.
So-
You're trolling.
Games Workshop, what we're saying is, I think now that Space Marines have fallen back down, and we need to build them back up because it's important that they are number 1. I think it's time for the Emperor to get off the throne. I think it's time for him to conquer the galaxy once again.
Oh, I read this somewhere actually.
What?
Ghazghkull's actually the Emperor.
No.
Yeah.
What would his stat line be? He'd be free. If you're playing an Imperium army, he's just free. Dude.
Yeah,
Yo, he's big chillin'.
You just get him, and you can put him in anything Imperium,
Right.
or anything Eldar, because Cyclers,
Right.
they work together.
Yeah.
And if he's included in your
what
army
is-
list, get
what are-
18 free CP.
So he's got a 2-up invuln. He's got a 1-up armor save. He auto passes if you don't have AP. You just can't hurt him without AP. You have to have at least AP 1 for him to make a save, and then it has to do. It's like -2 damage, and it's not flat 1. So you have to be doing 3 damage
20
weapons
health.
against
20
it.
health. No degrade.
No. Let's be reasonable. He's like 5 health.
5 wounds. I can see that.
5 wounds. Yeah. I mean, he is just a man.
2-inch movement.
He does get like
For every sucker that dies near you gets stronger.
yeah, a little bit higher than Magnus psychic powers, and then a little bit better than Gilliman melee powers.
No, I got you. 1 attack.
No shooting though.
1 attack.
No
Hits on
shooting.
2s. Wounds on 2s.
But
30 damage.
so anywhere on the battlefield, if you're Imperium, you auto pass morale because the Emperor's
He's
there.
there.
Duh.
Plus, you get a 5-up save because the Emperor protects.
Duh.
And
Double duh.
and then he just automatically re-rolls all failed hits and wounds for everything Imperium on the table.
And
telling
orcs.
That's
Because it makes sense.
and orcs, I guess. Sure, why not?
Yeah, obviously.
I mean, he's probably always going to have like 4 Custodes with him at all
Yo,
times, taking wounds for
The
him.
great plan.
Oh yeah, and any
Yeah.
custodies can look out.
Any model can look out there.
Any model.
It
yes.
don't
Model.
matter where on the
No,
battlefield they are.
it becomes an Exodia piece. Literally, if you have it in a single detachment of Guard, Space Marine, and Custodies, you auto win
Automatically win the game.
He's
You auto
Exodia.
win.
He's absolutely Exodia.
Exodia.
Yeah,
Sucks. Not completely viable. Next you did.
No, it only gives you 30 points in the ITC less instead
Oh.
of max.
Oh no.
So it's like, yes! And then everyone's like, no, but that's not right! That's not right, you need more!
So I know we talked a lot about the orc side of the box. Can we just Orks.
Well, what do you mean? We're not talking about Space Wolves. We're talking about Orks.
Let's see. Have we got any releases for Space Wolves yet?
Not really, not particularly. I mean, we've already very briefly talked about the Space Wolf side of the box, and it's incredibly sad. Infiltrators are just incredibly overpriced. They're very gimmicky. Like, sure, you get to like wound on a 6-up, but honestly, how many situations is that really all that useful, man?
Not very.
I mean, you can give them like the OMS communicator thingy, where basically as long as there's like a Phobos captain and a Phobos lieutenant, they always get to reroll 1s to hit and wound, which is kind of nice. And then there's that 12-inch deep strike denial thing. But again, like, I mean, Nick, you're doing Space Marines. What would you rather take, like those guys or a blob of intercessors?
Intercessors are way better.
Intercessors is kind of like the perfect Space Marine like troop choice, honestly.
Right.
They're not that expensive. 2 wounds a pop, 3 up save, 2 up
could you ask
armor. Huh?
What more could you ask for?
Exactly. Like, it's such a versatile unit. You can give them grenade launchers. You can give them assault bolters. You can give them heavy bolters.
They fit every playstyle in every Space Marine army. The only difference is some armies support them better than others, but every single army can run them.
Absolutely.
With support.
My thing is, I'm still waiting for the day that we get everything Primarisized. I'm still waiting for Assault Squad.
It's incredible. It's honestly insulting as Space Wolves that they give us this unit when it's just like, where is the Primaris melee unit? Where is that? Like, all we've got is Reavers, and Reavers are not good.
I was hoping they would not make Primaris Wolfen. I would be so scared because they're already so good as it is, and I'd be terrified.
But no matter how good they are, it doesn't really matter because no one's playing them, right? Like, if they're not played, are they really good?
You run Wolfen every single Space Wolf.
But you're not
they're the must-take unit.
But you're not
okay.
Looking at my question. My question is, if Wolfen are just that good, why aren't Space Wolves more of a play?
Because you still need other. It's like what's your best unit in AdMech?
But my best unit in AdMech, absolutely vacuum, even without AdMech rules, are still good.
No. I'm saying, like, what is your best unit?
What is your must-take unit
every
for
time?
every list?
Like, you never not take it.
Yeah.
You don't have
I mean, pick a unit.
I take lists without robots. I've taken lists without call. I've taken lists without chicken walkers.
Okay, that's different. Matt, what is your must take every single time?
We just take unit.
No, it doesn't go.
Yeah.
It's not going.
It's not good.
Is it Lehman Russ tanks for guard?
So if I'm playing guard, an absolute must-have will be would be my 3 tank commanders. They win me games.
Right. So now, if someone said, okay, run as many tank commanders as you can, would you do that?
Yes.
100%.
No, but like
I do
every single point you could tank commanders.
Matt does
every single point.
I would if I could. Yes.
Every single point.
Yes.
You guarantee? Okay, actually, I'm talking to the wrong person.
No, but
tank commanders is actually overpriced. I thought about that. I mean, they're not overpriced. They're actually overtuned.
They're way overtuned.
They're overtuned.
They're way too good.
That's Felipe.
But no. Okay.
I don't want to go back. I'm done.
Let's do this. Let's go back. Let's go Blood Angels. An auto include for me with Blood Angels are
Slamguinius.
No.
They're Death Company. Like not primary size, regular Death Company. Death Company are amazing.
Dirt cheap, get 1 million attacks.
They're not dirt cheap. They're super expensive, especially when you start adding jump packs on them. I think they're 20 points per model with the jump pack. For a regular Marine with a 6-up feel no pain and 1 extra attack.
Can you not give them storm shields for 3-up pinball?
You can't give them storm shields at all. They can't take storm shields. But you can give them every one of them a thunder hammer and a bolt gun.
But not a storm shield?
But not a storm shield.
That's actually...
Well, actually, I don't think you can take the bolt gun with the thunder hammer. You can take a power weapon and a bolt gun.
Is it because they got a 6-up field no pain?
They don't have... There's not an option. You can't just can't give them a storm shield.
That's kind of weird.
Whatever reason why GW was like, no storm shields for this.
He broke it.
But
that was before, like, really honestly, like, Death Company had been around for so long that was before that, like, storm shields were on anything that wasn't a Terminator.
Oh yeah. And they're now expensive now, comparatively.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of units that can bring storm shields, but they're much smaller than a 20-man blob or a 15-man blob of Death Company.
Right.
Death Company are an auto include, but I don't max them out. Like
you can't.
I can't max him out. If I max out a squad of death or a death company, I'm spending 300 points on 15 wounds and a 6 upfield no
Same
pain.
thing with orcs. Their best unit is undoubtedly orc boys. I can run maybe 120 and 150, but if I go any more than 150, I'm literally gonna cry.
Yeah.
Like you cannot.
I mean, you're talking
you
about
can't do it.
200. How many points? 240 points.
They're 270 for 30.
That's a lot of points that you sunk in. I mean, at 120 boys, that's half of your army.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
And
that's
maybe if you're running Gazgul, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's what half your army is, though. Half your army honestly are just the boys.
But the thing is, that's not a great playstyle in my opinion.
that's
I think it's
not.
actually garbage. I think it's the worst playstyle for orcs.
The best play styles I've seen are taking like mainly shooting options, not a bunch of boys. You bring in like your battle, like your buggies and stuff. They get 1 million shots. You're bringing Daka jets. You're bringing like a Gork or whichever one has the Gatling gun on it. Gorkanaut.
Gorkanaut's awful.
Yeah, Gorkanaut really good. The custom cannons or the Grot cannons, essentially the little the artillery pieces, are freaking amazing.
Ooh,
you can bring
really good. Really good.
the what is it the cannon one that does D6 damage? It's like D6 shots and does D6.
Oh, Baba Chukka?
No, it's not the Bubba Chukka. It's just the regular one. The cannon.
Smash cannon?
No, it's not the smash cannon. It's
Tractor cannon, smash cannon,
and the cannon.
Baba Chukka.
The whatever the cannon is. The
regular cannon is.
Are you talking about like Grot Crew?
The mega cannon?
Or are you talking about like...
Talking about the artillery piece. There's 4 options for it.
Yeah,
you're talking about the bubble checking option.
Baba Chukka?
It's not the bubble checker that you're thinking of.
No, it's not the Bubba Chukka.
Yeah, but I know what you're talking about.
D6, 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 D6?
No.
That's
Oh
what
my
I'm
goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. No, it's not the one I'm talking about. It's just whatever like the generic is, the one that's an actual artillery piece.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's called like the
No, it's not the Bubba Chukka. Oh my goodness, you guys are starting to kill me.
Me crazy.
You guys are making me crazy over here. Give me 2 seconds. I'm almost here. It's a heavy support.
I don't believe you. I was already on the page, my man. You just asked me to help you out.
What are they?
Bubble chucker, battle wagon, gun wagon, bone breaker.
The gun wagon.
I literally just said that.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Baba Chukka.
Bubble chucker.
Does it have the stat line right there?
D6, 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 D6.
Yeah, D6.
I told
I'm
you.
sorry, you thinking of the custom mega cannon?
That's it.
I don't know the stat lines for it.
What,
You talking about Super Cannon?
What are they talking about?
Strength 8, -3.
What is the unit called again?
3 damage.
It's called a mech gun.
Talking about
Mech
Super
gun, that's
Cannon
it.
or are you
Mech
talking about
guns.
mech guns?
Mech
Talking
guns.
about the custom
Bubble
mega cannon.
chucker.
Yeah.
No.
He's talking about the Baba Chukka.
Bubble chucker is part of that.
The custom mega cannons. Those are the best ones.
Those are Grot Crew though. That's a different thing, I'm pretty sure.
No, this is it right here. So you have a Grok crew with it that operates it, but the custom mega cannon.
It's called mech guns.
Yeah, the mech guns.
It's the unit is called mech guns.
Yeah, the unit's called mech guns.
And there's 4 options: tractor, Baba Chukka, smash gun, and
Custom mega.
custom mega cannon.
Yeah, the custom mega cannon is what I'm talking about.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the mega
Custom mega cannon.
It's okay. It's
36 inches, heavy D6.
I know what you're
minus
talking
Strength 8, AP -3, D6 damage.
D6 damage.
Well, let me see real quick.
That's pretty good.
I need a visual.
They hurt themselves on a one.
Yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. No, I think that's garbage.
No, that's amazing.
No,
It's there.
so
Every time I've
9
seen
of
them,
them.
So
Hitting on 4s is crazy.
now, for example, I'll give you an example. Obviously, for orcs, just because of Daka Daka Daka, the more you take of it, the better it is. Obviously, that's the best one. But if you're only running it for heavy support and you're like, I just want 3, that's the worst option. You're not going to run that. It's decent. It's nice, but I would never run it for 3. Because if you're only taking it for heavy support, I'm only running 3 mech guns. You take 1 mech gun, 1 mech gun, 1 mech gun. That's heavy support slots.
Do you know? But hold on.
No, there's 3. You can have 3 of them.
Yeah, you can have 3 of them or you can have 1.
Yeah, but
You
why
can
would
bring
you?
nine strength, 9d6, strength 8,
It's a
AP
playstyle.
-3, d6 damage, 540 points.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the playstyle. It depends on like what you're trying to do with the army. Like, for example, that if you want 3 Daka jets, which I think is better than the mech guns.
Nah.
I think running 3 Daka jets is the best playstyle I've ever had.
I think you're trolling.
I'm not trolling. Daka Jets are ridiculous.
Daka Jets are good.
ridiculous.
They're
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 pretty good.
very good.
They're pretty good.
All right, so 3 Daka Jets and 9 Mega Cannons. I'm still
That's too many. That's a lot of points. That's a lot of points because now you have to take into account you need at least 60 boys to make up for it.
No, you don't.
You need at least you need a big front line to be the wave that gives the fear to the enemy. The whole point of boys is the fear, not the effect.
We're shooting.
It's the fear.
No, we're
You
shooting.
put in the fear factor. You gotta have 90 boys, 60 boys.
It's not a
if you
fear
don't-
factor though. It's a gotta squash the bugs factor.
Yeah, this
No,
is,
it don't matter. It's a factor. It's a factor.
we're shooting though. This
We're doing division.
we're talking about shooting.
Subtraction.
Oh.
Addition.
Addition. I'm telling you, multiplication up in this.
What about division though?
I already said that.
Okay.
All I know is that there are no good Primaris melee units. There, I said it.
Yo, I want to backtrack.
Hold on.
Rewind.
I want to go all the way back. We're bringing it back.
Okay.
All right. The Emperor. Hold on.
Done.
Look.
Let's just rewind.
Look, we talking about him being like this god. What if we brought him to the table on the throne? So we have that one we have the dead. What's her name? Right?
Thank you for listening to us.
All right,
Be
guys,
sure
thank
to
you for
support
listening to our
us on our podcast.
Listen.
We'll be
Just for
we'll be
1
going
second.
this-
Hold on, just 1 second. But you have the dead girl for her
gonna go
sisters,
pee.
right?
For the dead girl brother sisters.
Yeah, the dead girl. So you bring him on the throne. He does like the entire army gets an invulnerable. The entire army gets to reroll hits. The entire army gets to reroll wounds. But he doesn't actually do it. He can't move. He just sits there.
Okay, hold on. If you want to take it back, let's take
Make
it.
him 600
Let's take
points.
it way
I
back.
pay it.
Make him a structure priest.
Orcs.
I think that's fine.
No. You want to take it back?
Oh my
We'll take it
God.
way back.
Oh, way back.
Orcs and Aeronautica Imperialis.
Yeah.
Suck.
Bad the way back to podcast.
I literally can't believe you just quoted that. That cringes me. I'm feeling the utter.
It's true. Daka Jets.
Daka Jets?
and no.
OP.
And Aeronautica Imperialis. They kind of suck.
The worst.
Hey,
Phoenix,
maybe they
this
don't
is the
suck.
WOG
Maybe just
episode.
Imperium's too good.
Yeah.
The pyramid's really good. The marauder plates are really
Has
strong.
Eldar come out yet?
Not yet.
See,
but
and
Tau.
I guarantee you, the
Tau's
moment
coming
Eldar
out.
come out, they're gonna be busted.
I don't know. Tao's shooting is going to be
Boom.
pretty good. In
Tau shooting is going to be pretty
Boom.
good. I can see
Eldar.
that.
But
Tau is the only. I think they're
Wow,
the
talk
only
about
army that I know
flashback.
that has.
a blast from the past.
Blast from
people.
episode
Correct me
1.
if I'm wrong, but Tau is the only army that has a strength or toughness 8 flyer, isn't there?
No.
That's not true.
Tough to say flamer, you mean?
Flyer.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that Space Marines have a T9 flyer. The
Yeah, but it
Thunderhawk. It's like
sucks.
2,000 points.
It's 1,000 points.
Yeah, no, it's
Literally-
like
Someone played with
Literally
it.
make the gunship. Literally make the gunship T8, and people would run it.
I mean,
true.
custodians have T8.
T7's still good. Though.
Custodians have T8 flyers.
T8.
Flyers. Grab tanks.
Tanks.
And also, and it doesn't have an
And they're on
invuln either.
T7.
It is a flyer. It
T7
should have an
now.
invuln.
Yeah.
It should have an invuln. The flyer gunship, Thunderhawk gunship, it should have an invuln. Should have an invuln, it should have T8.
I don't know.
315 points, should have an invuln.
I don't know.
But you could run it much cheaper if you don't give it
No,
everything.
The only
Vehicles
reason.
with invulns are taboo.
No. The only army that can abuse it literally just got nerfed.
True.
So
I mean, my tanks have 6 of invulns.
no. As in like rerolling hurricane bolters, rerolling typhoon missiles, rerolling
Yeah.
4 last cannons on a 5-up invuln T8 model that can fly, that can transport a dreadnought
You can't
and
have
10 models. Yeah, gunship can transport a dreadnought and 10
Storm
models.
Raven
Yep.
gunship can hold a dreadnought and 12 models.
Why would I put a dreadnought on it?
I literally put.
Because
When
you
you're
can.
playing Blood Angels, it's
Yeah.
a really good way to get a Death Company dread across the table.
You ever had a Furioso dreadnought just like bash into your lines? I
The
think
only
it's
time I've
nasty.
ever seen a Furiosa Dreadnought is when I played a game against Matt.
I put a.
Yeah, and
I
they're
killed
good.
it.
No, in a game I played against Tanner, I ran a chapter dreadnought with 10 Vanguard veterans, and I dropped them off in his backline, and I killed everything. I killed 400 points with that list.
What was he playing?
He was playing Chaos, as he always plays Chaos.
Tanner sucks. Tanner,
What?
this is a shout out to you. You suck.
What?
No, Tanner, I love you.
Delete that.
I love your bugs.
This is my one delete of all the podcasts.
The only good bug
Phoenix.
is a dead bug.
I gave you $20. Delete this.
Phoenix, I'm putting in the headline. I want the name of this episode to be Tanner Sucks.
If you don't do it, say
I'm just kidding,
Nick
Tanner, we
Nick
love-
sucks. $20, Phoenix. I'm your boy.
Well, I guess we won't find out till later on when the episode is
He's
released.
probably going to name it something negative.
Felipe stupid.
Yeah, probably. Actually, I would be surprised.
Stupid.
I did script.
Harassment is not a game.
You did
I
call
love
him
you, buddy.
Storm.
I love you, buddy.
Nick grew up playing piano. Watching the podcast.
It's kind of like
Now that's what this
kind of
is
going
all
all
about.
pinging off the wall
We're
here
living
tonight. We're just like
Back at it.
Yeah, back at it. Okay, where are we at?
Real quick.
All right.
I forgot to
Wrapping it
mention.
up.
Forgot to mention.
If you say
Orcs-
shoot us, I will
Shoot us.
gun myself.
Shoot us.
No, we're not.
Maybe more viable.
Even more viable.
Who would have thunk?
Yeah, right. So now I can advance, shoot, and still charge, and get extra attacks in melee.
And not get Overwatch done.
Yes.
Whoa. Crush or burn.
We're dancing right now. Y'all don't know it. But you know that Joker meme with Baby Joker? Is it Baby Joker and Keanu Reeves?
Okay, stop talking. Also,
Wow.
Ludas can reroll their amount of shots they have. So now they're objectively,
No, you roll 2 dice and take the highest.
even better.
No, actually, technically a reroll would be.
See, okay, 1 shot, Ludas are garbage. 2 shots, they're decent. 3, OP.
Yes.
That's exactly how it works.
Yeah.
Every single time.
So you get, but it does cost either.
They're not-
It's 2 CP.
It's actually worth every single point.
That's a lot.
Guarantee you. You spend for Ludas, you want 3 shots. If you spend the points, they're worth twice their points.
Yeah,
For 3
but it
shots.
could be 3 points.
This is off topic.
3 CP.
But last week I played a game with someone, and they didn't know what CP stood for.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was very
Okay.
confused.
Public service announcement. CP stands for command points.
All right, cool.
And now there's a rainbow that says, the more you know.
The more you know.
Have you ever tried to explain to somebody that doesn't know anything about 40k and you tell them, all right, so that's a -1 to hit, so you're going to be hitting on force. Wouldn't that be a +1 to hit? And then you just like sit there and stare at them and it's just like, oh my God.
What
No.
Mind exploded.
Well, the skill is the number that you have to roll. So a -1 to hit means you have to roll higher, which is a 4.
Stop thinking.
No,
That's what I'm talking about.
Or nerds
it makes
and gamers.
sense if you don't think about
Oh,
it.
I used the
Makes
word.
sense
My
if
bad.
you know- I mean, to us, we absolutely know what it means, but like to somebody coming in, it's just like, so that's a -1
Yeah,
to
so
hit.
it's
No,
like,
wait, no, it makes sense because when you have a -1 to hit, you take a -1 to what you're rolling.
Nice.
yes, but still,
It makes sense.
So if look, you're not objective, you've never played this game before. I tell you, okay, you need to roll a 3 to hit me, but it's -1. So a 2, no, a 4, that's +1.
Yeah, because you would think you need to roll a 1 or 2 to hit.
God, we never graduated from elementary school. Confirmed.
it's-
40
it's
players
op-
never graduate.
It's opposite of what it should be,
Yes.
but
I know. It's
I like
just
it the way it is.
Is it opposite
hilarious.
It makes sense when you know the game because you're taking a penalty -1.
Wait, is it opposite day? Space Wolves are good. Oh yeah, I love Space Wolves.
That new box is really good. They really helped out the Space Wolf side.
Woo, knocked it out of the park.
Good
GW.
job, GW. Great work. Better than the Blood of the Phoenix box.
Choppas better than shooters.
take it back.
It's opposite day.
Take it back.
It's
It's
opposite.
opposite.
My bad.
The Emperor protects.
My bad.
I mean, wait.
That's cursed image.
Yeah, hold on.
Cursed images.
Redacted.
In statement.
Redacted. Grey Knights. Nope.
Yikes.
All right.
All right.
Well, now that we just kind of just like ruined you guys from listening to us.
Yeah, probably.
Hopefully you didn't sit through all of that. But if you did, don't forget to support us.
Yeah, make sure you like our videos, subscribe to our channel on YouTube, and like us on Facebook. What's
and
up, Alex?
Patreon. Don't
What
forget
else?
Patreon. We need help paying for this. It's expensive.
I got one more. I got one more thing.
Let them have it.
Mecha Dread.
Thank you guys.
Thank you very
Think
much
about
for
it.
joining us.
I want you guys to think about it for the next podcast.
Yeah, I guess next subject is Mecha Dreads.
Mecha
Dread.
Dreads.
Right.
We have Orks every single podcast from now on.
Can we just call it Orkcast?
No.
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 Yikes.
Tabletop Orkanigans?
No.
The
In
walls.
October, we can change it to Tabletop Orc Mannequin.
Oh,
Organigans.
Phoenix.
Yo!
Perfect name. Perfect name. October in March.
Electric Boogaloo Part 5!
It's over.
no.
The vlog is back at it again.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening to our podcast. We really appreciate you guys liking our video, subscribing to our channel, commenting on our video. We appreciate it all.
Please give Matt money so that his daughter can go to college.
Yeah, please support our Patreon at thetabletopshenanigans.com. Whatever the Patreon is.
Wow, the Tabletop Shenanigans.
We can't actually link. It would be easier if we just link it in the video, but apparently we can't do that until we have 100 subscribers. So
please
share it
subscribe.
with please subscribe. Please share it with your friends. And you know what? Thank you very much.
Yeah, and also nobody still has guessed how many Rhino chassis I have, and there's still a free start collecting box waiting for you.
That's still going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how unlistened to we are. Thank you very much, guys. You have a good evening. We'll see you next week.
The wall statement.
Bye.
The next time.